no public land. I'm out here putting a trail camera on top of this hill that's covered in pine trees. Last year when I hunted this spot, I hunted at the bottom of the hill and I saw all the bucks coming from the top of this hill, going down into the bottom. There's a lot of rubs up here. I did scouting in February up here and I found a bunch of buck sign. I want to know if it's daylight movement or what have you, so I'm putting out a trail camera. The view it's going to have is this big tree right here. Right here is a crossing, and they kind of filter down this way. It seems like all the trails meet right here to filter down over the hill. That's why this camera's going right here. I'm always stressed out about putting out trail cameras because if they don't take pictures or if they're not connecting to the internet, then I have to come all the way back out here, spread my scent, fix the camera. It's a learning curve. There's nothing you can really do about it. Okay, now I'm at the bottom of the hill. The top of the hill, the pines is right there. And as I was walking out, I noticed there were 2 trees up there dropping acorns that the deer were definitely feeding on. Not a lot, but hopefully they'll take the trail that I put my camera on and I'll get some pictures. Regardless, I'm thinking this is more of like a rut spot / 3 weeks from now in the last week of October. So that's why I'm putting out trail cameras now. All these tiny little trees around me all have rubs on them from last year. And as I look back from where I came from, I can see another 1, 2, 3, 4 rubs. I gotta put a trail camera right here. I'm looking for scrapes, but I think it might be too early. I mean, I'm sure they're scraping somewhere, but I mean, I'm not gonna be walking that close to their bedding today, so. I stand corrected. This was a scrape last year, and this is why I came back here, to check the scrapes I remember from seeing last year. So I think I'm gonna put a trail camera aiming at this scrape. There are so many trees that I can pick from getting up into with my saddle, depending on the wind direction. Problem is, I don't know what wind direction to hunt this on, because my wind is probably gonna be swirling down here. Right now it's blowing in my face upwards. This camera will tell me, hopefully will tell me what direction the deer are coming from. I have a feeling they're bedding on this ridge and bedding in this thicket ridge behind me. We're just gonna add a little bit of extra come check me out stuff. Hope it works. Alrighty, so we will see what this produces. And unfortunately this camera is kind of dying, but it'll have to do for now, because Dodo Bird left her batteries in the truck.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Now this wind feels completely different. It's going right up there. So we need to be over here. Hurry up. On tonight's hunt, I'm cameraman, and I'm the hunter, and she's the GoPro operator.
Show the other one. 2 GoPros and a cell phone.
Because the angle of this stupid tree that we're, because the blind we're gonna set up is right there, but the wind is blowing right where we think the deer are coming from. So we just just grabbed our saddles, climbed up in the tree, and let's see if we can get it done.
He's the hunter tonight because I'm saving my doe tag for when my sister comes and hunts with me next week. So I've only got one doe tag left, so hopefully get it done.
And hopefully it's bigger than the public land deer that I shot last time.
I brought my bow just in case on the off chance that the 10-point shows up that hasn't.
Not going to show up.
No, he's not. But I would literally off myself if I didn't bring my bow and that 10-point showed up. He has not daylighted in over a month. He comes in at like 2 a.m. So I highly doubt that he's going to come in. In fact, now that I brought my bow, he's for sure not coming in. We got the landowner mowing their property. There's my truck. How far are we from my truck?
75 yards.
75 yards from the truck. We saw 6 deer, but only the ones we didn't want. Gave them a shot. They keep cutting us off and heading for the cornfield. All right, you guys, I've got a lot of work to do. Today is a very exciting today, Junior. Today is a very exciting day. It is the first day Ohio has had a real cold front, and it is October like 12th. My best friend and I hunted this spot last night. We left our saddle stuff in the tree. We just left the setup there. However, we need the saddle stuff to hunt a better spot tonight. We had our target buck daylight this morning, so I got to get our saddle stuff out of that tree, and I got to replace it with my lone wolf climbing sticks and my lone wolf tree stand that's down there, because the tree that's down there is a tree we're going to want to hunt all season long. So I got to take my saddle setup down, put up a tree stand, and then I got to take this trail camera, put it further up into the woods and set it with a new bait pile, because we think that the bucks are potentially daylighting further up into the woods. And I got to do all of this in like 2.5 hours. So let's get a move on. Well, I forgot to film taking down the saddle stuff, but it's right there on the ground. I still got to take all these sticks down. I got the lone wolf tree stand on my back, and now I'm gonna set it in this tree. This tree has this nice double split in it, so it's really easy for 2 hunters to hunt and get shots. The view out of this tree is awesome. Some of the deer come from there and they filter down. That's a cornfield. It was recently cut, and a couple of deer bed back that way, but not very many. Most of the deer come from back there and come out straight to the corn. If we didn't have that corn pile there, the deer would just go that way, straight to the cornfield, and we wouldn't even get a shot because we're right behind a house. 2 houses, actually. So yeah, this is a fun property to hunt. I'm gonna put this tree stand up. So this is a permanent set for me to come in and hunt, whoever can come with me. And I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. I decided to use 2 hawk sticks because you got to get pretty dang high up in this tree. So we got my lone wolf platform up there, my nice lone wolf sticks. So this is a pretty easy tree to climb. I really like the split in the tree up there, because when you're saddle hunting, boy are you hidden, especially with 2 people. One person behind that trunk, one person leaning up against that one. We blend right in. It's awesome. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticks in this tree. Let's go put out this other trail camera. I'm gonna come in from the top, so I'm gonna drive down the driveway, but this trail leads right up into a pinch point where 2 ridges come down and meet. That's where I want to put my trail camera. It is October 16th, and yesterday was an amazing day to go hunting. Like, amazing. But I didn't get to go because I was working. It was a bad weather day, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna work all day today because it's terrible weather. It's rainy, drizzly, cold, high wind. Every single camera that I have on private land, they all had shooter bucks on them. Every single camera had shooter bucks daylighting morning, afternoon, evening, even like 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. My cameras were blowing up all day as I was at work. I kept checking my phone like, have mercy. I could have just literally closed my eyes and picked a random spot to hunt, and I would have seen a deer. Well, within 20 minutes of getting up here, I've already been in a pile of deer. There were 3 small bucks and 2 does, and they came off the ridge in front of me that belongs to a different property. They bed on that property going.